In this lesson, we'll discuss how to optimize your Amazon product listing title. Now that we have all of those keywords, we're going to use those keywords, we're going to sort through those keywords and put together an awesome title. First, let's look at the requirements of a title on Amazon. First of all, it should be 200 characters or below. And we're going to use charactercounttool.com again to make sure that we're staying within that limit of 200 characters. Every first letter should be capitalized. Do not use periods or any form of punctuation other than commas, and even commas use sparingly. Use dashes to separate different parts of the title. Do not mention any special sales, such as a holiday sale or a guarantee, so don't say lifetime guarantee. Do not mention these things in the title. We can use these things in other parts of our listing, like the bullets and description, but don't use them as part of your title. Amazon doesn't allow that, okay? Make it flow and speak to the consumer. So obviously you want to make it like a conversation, as though you're speaking to someone about your product. So make it very natural. Don't make it robotic or dull or boring. Make it exciting and speak to the customer and make it flow. And the purpose of the title is keyword search traffic as well as enticing the customer. So there are two main purposes of the title. Number one is keyword search traffic. And so when someone searches for, someone searches a specific keyword or keyword phrase on Amazon, then we want to make sure that the most relevant keywords are in our title so our listing shows up. And secondly is to entice the customer. So obviously when someone searches a keyword on Amazon, they see two things mainly. They see the images or they see the main image specifically, and they see a portion of the title or a part of the title depending on how long the title is. And so those are the two things that are very important that you want to make sure entice the customer or the consumer enough to want to click on your listing, amongst all the other listings that show up on that search list, on the search result on that page one or whatever page you're on. Okay, now let's go into the format of the title. We're going to use the primary keyword at the beginning. So for my product, cookie cutter set, that phrase, cookie cutter set, would be the first thing that I put on my title, and we'll see that in just a second. Add secondary keywords, so these are also relevant keywords, but they're secondary. Then we add primary product features and benefits. Then we add secondary product specs, like if there's a specific color, a size, etc. We include the brand name. Okay, if possible. So we don't necessarily need to include the brand name. It's not very important because guess what? No one's searching for our brand. No one's heard of our brand before. So it's not important. It's good to have it maybe in the title if we can, but it's not essential. Okay, what's more essential is having relevant keywords as part of our title. Add call to action at the end, again, if possible. So that's something like, if we were doing a beauty product, enjoy silky smooth skin now, right? Something like that that basically tells the consumer, hey, go ahead and purchase now, go ahead and buy now. That's what we call a call to action. Tip: Amazon cuts off the title on a search result around 110 or 115 characters, and I'll show you what this means in a little bit. Use that to entice the customer. Okay, so we're going to look into this more detail. You may not necessarily fully understand what this means, but it's pretty awesome. It's a great tip. It's a great strategy that not many people use. We're going to take a look at how we can use that to entice the customer or the consumer to click on our listing, on our search result, versus others, just by using this one trick at the end. Okay, so let's get into Amazon. We're going to go to Character Count Tool and we're going to start putting our title together. Okay, so we're here on charactercounttool.com. We have our list of keywords that we put together in the last lesson. And what I'd like you to do, if you have this open, is open another tab and go to Character Count Tool again. Okay, so we're gonna basically transfer keywords over, and here this new tab is where we're gonna actually make our title. So let's start doing that. So let's basically, first what we need to do is identify the most relevant keywords in our list of keywords. So of course the first three are cookie cutter set. Okay, so now we're actually going to put them in one line because we're putting together our complete title, and we've used 17 characters so far. So again, we're going to put this title together 200 characters or less. So we put cookie cutter setter, we can put a dash here. And the next thing that I would probably put going through this entire thing is a description. For example, a main quality stainless steel. Okay, I said that my cookie cutters are going to be stainless steel. Those are not only priced better, but they sell better. They're ranking better on Amazon on the search results. So I'm going to put cookie cutter set dash, okay, make sure there's spaces before and after the dash, stainless steel, okay. So then again, I'm doing this literally, you know, as like live. I haven't planned this, you know, from before. So bear with me. This may, you know, take a little bit, but again, I'm showing you this is a very raw video, a raw sort of way, you know, showing you exactly how I would go about this if I was setting up my product or this product specifically. Okay, so I have so far cookie cutter set dash stainless steel. I'm gonna put here. Um, let's see, professional quality. And again, we're not finalizing this yet. We're gonna possibly move things around even after we put together all 200 characters. We may find a better way to format it. But I've put together somewhat of a, you know, a title so far. What I'm going to put in here, again, I've already pretty much reached the limit. I'm at 198 characters right now. So again, it's going to have to be more concise, and I'm going to add some more stuff, and then eventually I'll go back and make it more concise. So for example, right now I have cookie cutter set, stainless steel, 18 pieces, if that was my number. Professional quality, durable, and long-lasting metal. For kids and adults. So this is important because I noticed that for kids, you know, kids was one of the main or one of the first Amazon search suggestions. So that's important because many adults are probably looking for these for their kids, you know, to have fun and whatnot. So you want to make sure that, because especially stainless steel sometimes isn't associated with kids. You know, plastic is more associated with kids. So you want to make sure that you put this here. Now that I think about it, put cookie cutter set for kids. That may work really well. Stainless steel, 18 pieces, or I might actually know that. Okay, so let's put it right here for kids and adults, professional quality. Okay, there you go. So again, you're gonna keep kind of, you know, messing around with the title, but it's important that you include, you know, it's good that we have this list of keywords. That's the reason we put this together, because we know any word that we use is relevant. Okay, we just need to decide which ones are the most relevant. So here I'm going to put free. Okay, so we can put this in our title. And now let's go back to the criteria, or, you know, let's see where the titles cut off. This is going to be very interesting to look at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open another tab for charactercounttool.com. I'm going to go to the search results for the you know, cookie cutter sets, and I'm going to see where it cuts off. So I need to find a title long enough to where I see the 3 dots at the end, and I see that if I copy this and I paste this into character count tool and I remove the dot dot dot, then I see that at 115 characters this title cuts off. So there's more after this, but Amazon puts the dot dot dot, and it's doing this at 115 characters for this title. Let's see if I can find another one, because sometimes Amazon does cut it off at different points. So let's see if we can find another title. Here we go, this one. So let's see if this cuts off at the same. So this one is at 110 characters, okay? So it seems like whatever the final word is, it allows it to complete the final word before it puts the dot dot dot. So basically it's around 110 to 115 characters, and we can find one more to kind of possibly test this and you know, make sure. There's actually 2 more, so we'll take a look at both of those. So we found 115, 110. This is also 110. And this is 110. So again, it seems like more commonly it's 110 characters. For that other one, it was 115. So you look at this one. This guy does it perfectly. Vegetable shape cutters for kids plus bonus. And so if a consumer is looking at this and it's like, okay, well, nice. Well, bonus what? Bonus what? You know, the person almost, it's like a cliffhanger. Like, I want to click this so I can actually see what the bonus is that they're offering. And we're going to do the same thing, okay? So around 110 characters with our title, and we can you know, see where we are at right now with, if we copy this backspace, we're at 125 characters. So it's not, it's too late in the title. They're not even going to see this. Okay, so that means we need to move this up a little bit. Okay, So I have cookie cutter sets, and again, this could take a while. And again, you just have to play around with it, maneuver it. So you have cookie cutter set, stainless steel, 18 pieces. Maybe if I remove this, and I put for kids and adults, professional quality, durable and long lasting. Let's see where we at now. Okay, that's not bad. So we're at, it may not show because free comes, okay, so we could do this. We could say cookie cutter set, stainless steel for kids and adults. Okay. Okay, that may do it. Okay, so now we put in the rest of the title. Okay, so what we also did here is we got the word recipes in, right? So free baking recipe ebook. Biscuit, I like the word biscuit because it's like cookie, and there may be some weird people who use the word biscuit instead of cookie. I'm just kidding. So you have cookie, you have biscuit, biscuit. You don't have to, okay, so cutters, we actually even got the plural of the word cutter, which is good for any occasion or holiday. I think this person's title is too long, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's not good. So they're not actually doing it right, because if you have it over 200 characters, then Amazon actually doesn't even use your title to rank. It actually suppresses your keywords in your search and your rank. So that's very important to keep your under 200 characters. It's more important to keep it under 200 characters than to stuff keywords in there. Okay, let's go back to our keyword list and let's see if we missed any major keywords. So one of the things here that I probably did not do right is that I used words like professional quality, durable, and long lasting, but these are not necessarily the main keywords that we want. Okay, these are not extremely relevant keywords. It's more important to put words like cookies and others that we'll put in right now. So again, I put it in initially, but I can now take it out. So I can take out professional quality, I can take out the other words there. So now I have cookie cutter set stainless steel. Okay, for kids and adults, professional quality metal, free baking recipe ebook. So now obviously this, we're not, we need something else in between here, because now this free baking recipe ebook shows up before 110 characters. So we'll take a look at that later. That's not essential either, but it would be better if we did have that at the 110 to 115 character mark, as we saw. Okay, that's perfect. So as you can see, the word free shows up at the exactly almost 110 character mark, which is perfect. So now cookie cutter set, stainless steel for kids and adults, professional quality metal, different shapes, or maybe I can put many shapes, metal. So I'm now actually going through the entire list. So maybe the word basic, adults, I got that. Train square. A lot of these are very specific, so I don't necessarily need them. I need the more general keywords. So I don't need the word baking because I already have the word baking here. That's one important point. Don't ever repeat a keyword. You're wasting space that way. So you don't need to ever repeat unless it's a plural. Other than that, you never want the same word to appear twice. It doesn't help. Okay, so according to Amazon, it doesn't help. Right now, because Christmas is coming up, I'm actually going to put Christmas in here. So biscuit cutters, perfect for Christmas. Okay, so you kind of have to be really smart about the way you use this. So I could have put any occasion or holiday, but right now I'm going to put Christmas, okay? So perfect for Christmas. All right, so there you go. I think my title is good for now. So I have cookie cutter set, stainless steel for kids and adults, professional quality metal, many shapes, free baking recipe ebook, biscuit cutters perfect for Christmas, fun to make cookies, and much more. Most of these are very relevant keywords, okay? All of them almost are. I have here free baking recipe ebook. Even in this, I put the word baking, which is relevant, and recipe. So the two words here that are not relevant are free and ebook, but they go a long way in enticing the customer to click, okay? Now what I want you to do is grab this title and go ahead and paste it somewhere so that you don't lose it. I copied and pasted my title and saved it on a text editor, just so I have that and I don't lose it. So just to recap, I know this was a very long video. You kind of just watched me put together this title, but hopefully it kind of allowed you to see how I think and how I put together a title. So again, to recap, first I put the main keyword at the beginning. I put very relevant keywords, stainless steel. Okay, that's a very many other cookie cutters aren't stainless steel. The ones that are stainless steel are performing the best, and it has this perception of very high quality. So that's a very important feature that I put right after. For kids, kids was a very one of the top Amazon search suggestions, so I put that there. But of course, I don't want to limit it to kids, so I put and adults. Then I put talked about the quality of it, professional quality metal. Metal is a very important word as well, kind of like stainless steel. Then I put many shapes, okay, because that was also very important to people in the keywords. Then around the 110 to 115 character mark, I put the word free baking recipe ebook. Okay, if you're going to provide that, if you're going to provide some of course other accessory or whatever, you want to try your best to make sure it's around the 110 character mark. Again, so that because the Amazon cuts the title off on the search results around this point, and you want to make sure that you're enticing them almost like a cliffhanger to click your listing to find out what you're offering for free with your product. Biscuit cutters. Okay, so biscuit is another form of cookie there. Cutters, the plural of cutter. Perfect for Christmas. So this is kind of course, I'll change it after Christmas passes. I can put perfect for holidays or perfect for gifts, whatever. I should probably put perfect for Christmas gifts, but it's okay. So perfect for Christmas, it implies it could be a gift as well. Fun to make cookies and much more. So I got the plural of the word cookie, which is good, cookies. Okay, I got the word fun in there and much more. Okay, so when you put something like much more, then they are like, okay, well, then they read below to see what much more as well. So now you have this entire title. It's 200 characters exactly. So remember that your title should be 200 characters or less. And don't worry, don't spend like an extreme amount of time trying to make this perfect. I would say don't spend more than 20 to 30 minutes on this. Okay, so put together whatever you have, follow the steps that I took first in the first lesson to get all those keywords together, and then in the second step is to put your title together. Put that title together, and let's move on to the next lesson.